first. Let's do that first, and then we can talk about the overall offense. So let's go into it because it's on the tip of your tongue. Okay, how would you rate Jimmy's performance?
Jimmy was 22 of 30, 189 yards and a touchdown. Okay. On the season, he's thrown 55 passes. He's 1 for 4. So only 4 attempts outside the numbers beyond 10 yards. He's completed only one of those passes, and that was the BS luck play to Debo, where Debo came back for the ball against the Lions and took it for 79 yards and a touchdown. That's it. Jimmy cannot throw with any consistency outside the numbers beyond 10 yards. And Shanahan, by the way, doesn't trust him to do so because he's only given him 4 attempts. So this offense is going to be in a position, and we thought it could happen this week, but eventually they're going to be in a position, like you said, where they're going to have to score a lot of points. And I do not trust that a Jimmy G-led offense can outscore a Kyler Murray, a Russell Wilson, a Matt Stafford, and the likes, especially in this NFC West. And that worries the hell out of me. Jimmy, okay, so if we're grading Jimmy on a Jimmy scale, he was fine. I mean, that was an A performance. That's what Jimmy is, right? Like Jimmy is who we thought he was. He has not changed. His stripes have not changed. He is the same Jimmy Tiger we always thought that he was. So why are we expecting that he's going to do these amazing things? The one thing I will say about Jimmy is he's more mobile than what he used to be. 2017, he would roll out a lot. He was not afraid of pass rushes. 2019 and last year, he certainly was afraid. He doesn't have the brace. He's avoiding some direct hits, and he's making some plays with his legs. I do like to see that. That is certainly an upgrade for Jimmy, and it's something that he should be praised for. But to think that Jimmy is going to be this guy that is going to come out and win you games, if that's your thought, you don't know who Jimmy Garoppolo is. He is not that guy. Can he win you a game or two throughout a 17-game season? Sure. But he can also lose you a game or two throughout a 17-game season. He is a net zero quarterback, nothing more, nothing less. And that scares the hell out of me for the rest of this season because now it starts to get real.
So there's a couple of things that I think a lot of people overlook when it comes to Jimmy. There's something to be said for staying calm, cool, collected, no matter if things are going good or things are going bad. And I think that's something that Jimmy has. We've seen it not only in his play, but also just how he's handled everything this offseason and just his overall tenure with the 49ers, right? The 49ers have flirted with so many quarterbacks. Jimmy has done nothing but stay professional, be ready to play, and when he's healthy, has helped the 49ers win games. That's just been Jimmy, whether you agree with how great he is or not agree with how great he is. Facts are the facts. The 49ers win more when he's on the field than they do when he's not on the field. The second thing is I think that one real big progression that I've seen this offseason, along with the mobility, is no turnovers as far as interceptions, which previously he was throwing at least 1 a game, sometimes 2 a game, right? So yes, there is maybe a give and take with that because they aren't taking much risk, with the throws. So obviously with more risk comes more, interceptions as well. However, I feel like Jimmy, look, I don't know if this offense is as good as we thought it was. And I think that's probably maybe one of the reasons why Kyle Shanahan is starting Jimmy over Trey, because it looks like sometimes Jimmy's like calmness has what's kept this team kind of together, or this offense together when they're struggling, to still be able to have those a 90-yard drive at the end of the half, to be able to take the lead in a half where they were thoroughly outplayed, right? At the end of the half, unless you saw the score, there was no way you thought the 49ers were in lead of that game, or the Eagles only had 3 points. You know what I mean? And I feel like the Niners can be that type of team when Jimmy is there for whatever reason, man. You're right. He's not the strongest arm. He's not even, he has more mobility, but he's not a Justin. He's not a Jalen Hurts. He's not going to get you like first downs time after time after time. But he's going to get you that. He's going to convert on that quarterback sneak. there was one quarterback sneak where he got hit in the backfield and he still went out and got it. So there's some grit to Jimmy that I think a lot of people overlook that I think is helping this team win. Now, can he get into a gunslinging match with the likes of Kyler Murray, who's looking like the front runner to be MVP this season, or Russell Wilson? Look, we've seen it. He's done it against Drew Brees in New Orleans. We've seen him have, late game comebacks. Now, can it be consistent? No, like we've seen that too. It can't be consistent, but I still think that there's something there to be unlocked. And it seems like Kyle Shanahan is being a little more deliberate with how he's doing things. Maybe we don't understand it. I mean, we definitely don't understand it, but there is a plan, I think, because we're seeing week to week some progression. And, but there's going to be a time where, and it's going to come up here pretty close. It could be next week against Green Bay, right? Where he needs to throw the ball and score the ball a lot more. So, I think that Jimmy gives us some qualities to help us win, but I also agree with you. I'd like to see him throw it a little bit more. I talked about it. I think on Jack's show or maybe with you that how Tampa Bay worked their season last season, where they didn't look like the best team in the league because they were working out the kinks in that offense. And now you look at, they won the Super Bowl. Now you look at them and they look like they're, on their way to win another one. I don't know if that's what this is happening right now because we're not seeing Jimmy throw the ball down the field, which is what I think we need to start working on.
Yeah, I don't think that's Jimmy's game, right? Like it's never been Jimmy's game. He can throw down the field over the middle, 15 yards and in. If he's got a wide open receiver, he's going to hit it. He can do that. And they've done that. If you look at his throw charts, I mean, they have actually done that. Mm-hmm. It's just the fact that he's never going to be able to throw outside the numbers past 10 yards with any consistency. He's 8 years in. He's never been able to do it. It's just not ever going to be a part of his game. And that's okay. It doesn't mean you can't win with Jimmy, but things have to be perfect around Jimmy. And this game was a great example of that because if you look at that first quarter, they had no first downs. If Jimmy is behind the chains, third down and longs, third down and 8+, that's it. Like he's not going to hit a big play when he's being pressured. That's just not what he's going to do on a regular basis. Now, Shanahan offenses are number one since 2018 on 3rd and 6+, but 3rd and 6+ versus 3rd and 8+ are two different things. And that's a Shanahan offense thing. Jimmy G on 3rd and 6+ ranks number 1 in the NFL. Number 3 in the NFL was either number 3 or 4 was Mullins, and number 8 was Beathard. So that's a Shanahan offense thing. It's not a Jimmy G thing.
Right.
But again, this game right here, I never expected to be a high-scoring game. I didn't think the 49ers could put up a lot of points. I felt like the Eagles could compress their scoring. They did just that. So I'm not panicked from a standpoint that this offense can't be more explosive. Styles make matchups. I just think if it comes down to an all-out shootout with some of those guys I mentioned, I don't see a way that Jimmy gets it done. It just is what it is.
Yeah, and we could talk. That has nobody could say with confidence that it can be done. Right? We have to just wait and see what Kyle Shanahan dials up because clearly this dink and this right now what we saw against the Eagles was complimentary football in the sense that they were able to play the style of offense that they were able to play because of what the defense was doing on that side. If the defense if Eagles were scoring a bunch of points, the offense that we saw isn't going to win a game. So is there another gear that we could see? Yeah, I mean, that running game has to be a lot better. And let's kind of go